This is Heart Rhythm TV. I'm Roderick Tung. Welcome to week 7 of the CMS Cuts updates. We're out of the final statements and the positions that have been issued on the CMS website, and now we're in the active legislative phases of dialogue, education, and engagement with congressional representatives, bureaucrats, and policymakers. With Capitol Council, they have already met with 16 offices of congressional representatives, and there's 16 that are more planned this week. The goal is 75 in total. EPATH continues their efforts with different conversations with congressional representatives, as well as conversations with both CMS as well as HHS. Also, that's new is this new website called saveablation.org, which is a great resource, one click to be able to give to patients, other advocates, as well as physicians to be able to send a letter to their congressional representatives that auto-populates to be able to identify where your location is and where the letter should go. And as a matter of fact, many have stated that once they sent their letter, they already received a call back from their own representatives. This is in partnership with Heart Rhythm Society and is an incredible effort, and we ask you all to continue the engagement. In this week's Voices, I'm joined by a very special guest, someone from Nevada who took matters in his own hands on behalf of his own group to be able to engage his own local House Representative Dina Titus. Erik Sirulnik. Welcome, Erik.
Thank you, Rod. I really appreciate it. Thank you.
And Erik, you're in one of the biggest private groups. You're a name that's well known. My sister's an internist in Nevada, and you know each other. So it's really amazing when you start contacting and take the initiative on behalf of your group, Nevada Cardiology Associates, to be able to just speak out. And tell us a little bit about how you got activated.
Speaking out, I think, like all of us, I just felt like I was obligated to do something. I felt that this was a real wake-up call for all EPs, and I really wanted to do something. So then I realized, hey, I have a connection to my Congresswoman, Dina Titus. It dawned on me just randomly that I might have a real connection. And so that's when I reached out to her.
And I think most physicians feel like we can't impact anything. Like we're so separate from politics and governmental agencies and bureaucrats. But to be able to just put, a couple degrees of separation for you, maybe just one, I felt empowered when you told me, Rod, I think I got a connection here. Now let's move forward. So tell us a little bit about the steps and how does that conversation go?
So I think it's definitely a learning process that we can all easily apply. We all have, I think, a degree of separation to a congressperson. I realized it. I didn't realize it at first. And then I said, oh, I do have this connection. And so I just said, listen, to myself, just make that connection. And I'm not asking for a favor. I'm doing something for the good of our community. This is my Congresswoman's constituents are my patients. Mm-hmm. And so I said, I'm not really asking a favor. I'm trying to do something for the better of everybody. And so when I reached out to her, we had a common patient or someone that was close to her that I had done an ablation on. So I felt like I had a sympathetic ear from her. And I think that was really the formula that really opened her ears. And so at that point, she really just helped me. Once I reached out to her and she was willing to help me, then it became much easier for me to just write a letter, reach out to her, craft that letter, and make every effort I could to try to make this work and try to see if she can reach out to CMS on our behalf. And she did.
And that was very inspiring for me. We're now in the legislative phases of this whole process of being able to try to stop some of the cuts. We've already done the official statements, the positions, and this is exactly what we need to be doing. And then finally, there's a letter now that is to CMS from not only Titus's office, but also Susie Lee signed on to this letter in Nevada.
That's right. That was a pleasant surprise to me. I did not realize that Susie Lee was going to be signing on. So when I saw that she signed her name on too, I said, wow, this is now going to be double the power, double the potential to reach CMS and alert them and make them aware of our plight. And it's not just about us EPs. It's about the issues that impact whether we can recruit more EPs to our field, the impact on patients, millions of people with atrial fibrillation and ventricular tachycardia, and all these conditions that cost morbidity and mortality. So it was something that was easy to really tap into. And so I'm glad that another Congresswoman was able to sign that letter and get it across.
And it really is about the patient's story and understanding what this means. And eventually it's the erosion of some of the quality and the access in America, which is what we're trying to prevent. And I think it's really, really inspiring. And actually, I'm going to give you a lot of credit. Once you did that, I said, I got to start doing the same thing. So we're hoping that everyone that's watching this will be able to be equally engaged and understand that there is no learned helplessness. We got to do something. And once you start speaking, they listen. And that's what's been really wonderful about this whole process, to actually feel like our voices are being heard. And in that letter to CMS, Erik, I want to share a beautiful, beautiful sentence there that you were working with them for talking points. But they state that the deep payment cuts for ablation procedures seem at odds with the administration's stated goals of advancing health equity, expanding access to care, and improving overall health outcomes. And that is exactly how we all feel as electrophysiologists. And I just hope that there's 49 more Erik Sirulniks in America, because we've got 50 states to take care of. And congrats again, Erik, on everything that you've done. You've done your share, and we're currently just all standing together, trying to inspire others to do the same.
Yeah, I just want to say, I hope everybody out there can reach out to somebody, get them to craft a letter or pick up the phone or do something to reach these folks at CMS, because time is really now crunch time, and everybody's voice has got to deliver to make something happen.
And
that's how I feel.
And these next months or two are going to be really critical. This is where it all happens, where the rubber meets the road. And if anyone's looking for talking points, look at the Heart Rhythm Society websites for talking points, get on Discord, ePath, talk to Erik Sirulnik and give him a call, figure out what he
Absolutely.
said.
Please reach out to me if I can be of help. Discord is an incredible resource for all of us. That is just a fantastic thread that ties us all together. And I was able to reach out to you. I was able to reach out to Heart Rhythm Society members and really just use Discord to all of our advantage, and contact all the resources through our community.
Erik, thank you for leading. Thank you for inspiring, and thanks for joining Heart Rhythm TV.
You're very welcome, Rod, and just thank you very much for doing all of this. Really appreciate it. Thank you.
Thank you.